Yes, good evening. We're back with a Celtic Unrestricted View. It's a Friday Huddle. How are we, lads? I hope you are well. Before we get into it, I know everybody's probably wondering what's happened to Mr. Barry Bannon. There's been a wee change of circumstances in Bazza's what's the best thing to say, Ryan? He's two timing us, I think, mate. He's obviously got a bit. I think he's got a better offer on a Friday night. I'm only kidding. I hope
I think he's a better double denim party, mate. I think.
Yeah, he probably is, mate. Aye, definitely. But listen, all the best. Hot
water bottle.
Potentially, especially if the weather down there's the better it is up here today.
Oh, freezing.
Because it hasn't stopped. It's not freezing, but it's not stopped raining all day. So it's aye. So all the best to him. Hope he has a good Friday night. I'm joined tonight by Mark Crosas, but he seems to be wearing a different jersey tonight. And you can tell it's getting colder because old George Cadet here's got a winter really nylon jumper on, or whatever it's called.
Yep.
Lads, I hope you are well. You'll have to forgive me. I'm probably not speaking as fast as I probably normally do. The reason for that is because I'm absolutely knackered. And I'm a wee bit sore tonight. So you'll have to forgive me. Alan, I'll start with you, mate. It's been a couple of nights since I last seen your face, mate. I wish it was a couple more, to be fair with you, but how are you, big man? I hope you're well.
Aye, fantastic. Look forward to the game tomorrow, back to Celtic action, so let's hope it's comfortable win and happy days.
Get off lightly there, man. Wow. I'm dreading I'm even dreading saying this. I thought you were going to keep talking a wee bit there so that I didn't have to say this. But Ryan, how are we, mate? It's been a wee couple of minutes since I last spoke to you, so I hope you're well, mate.
That's the same as the last time I had pies. When was that? Yesterday, wasn't it? One of the ones, that.
I was getting sick of that lobster there, my daughter, to be honest with you.
I'm good, mate. Like you say, mate, a bit of rainy day, mate, so it's not really warm anymore, so the jumper's on, mate. And I got a wee shave and a haircut, mate, so found the Mac 3 and I found the razor blades, mate, so we're all good.
You got a date to go back and get it finished?
I don't know, mate. I'll need to try and see if I can get myself slotted into my barber.
It's not that fancy his haircut. I can't wait to see the toaster he got, Alan.
Yeah, by the way. Why should the kettle came with and all, by the way? It's why the wee touchy screen ones.
There's not a big tolly in it already.
Why do you want to get from America and you clap your horns and it goes, man? Brilliant.
Sounds like one of them ones you get off a carnival.
Where'd you get that for that in Blue Carnival, big man? No, I'm good, mate. Hope you're well.
I had to buy 5 winner stamps.
No, I'm good, mate. Hope Alan's well as well, and looking forward to obviously Celtic back tomorrow, mate. Obviously, a few topics in the last few days. It's good for us to talk about as well. So, all in all, mate, looking forward to the show and chatting to you two beautiful guys.
Thank you very much, mate. It's been a wee while for somebody called me beautiful, right enough. I actually don't know, Alan, what way to take that there, and I think he's just getting, because it's Friday and he's getting geared up for this Half 10 show tonight, man. He's got his Giovanni Van Bronckhorst water bottle out there with a lid and all that. I think that's a one Gio signed for you, was it not?
I'm just actually charging the Paw Patrol behind the walkie-talkies for it.
Aye. This did used to have the Peppa Pig label on the side. I don't know if you can still see the wee bit, but obviously I peeled that off to make it look a bit more professional. Alan's looking for it, and I don't know if you can still see it there, Alan. Just in case. No anymore. Right, okay. Before we go any further, as we normally do, I will go to the commenters. And the first commenter isn't a surprise. It's Ann Jem, believe it or not, folks. Be different tonight. Ann Jem's commenting for the YouTube. Said, evening, folks. Another full house of hosts tonight. We are being spoiled. It was a full a full house of hosts. This is where I'm on, Ryan. Do you know what I mean? This is exactly where I am. I can't even speak right. It was a full house of hosts, but there has been a wee change in lineup. Kind of lastminute.com. So Barry Bannon's not joined us tonight. And James asked again, what's happened to Barry Bannon? Good question. Good question. It's one that you're probably need to ask him the next time he's on, because I certainly will be when I do get a chance to see him. I'm only kidding.
I don't know if he was actually watching the new Barbie movie, mate. I don't know if that's what he's planning on tonight.
Is that
I
no?
think so.
You know that you say that. I do remember him and Alan talking about that the other night before we started.
He said double denim and Ken and but so I think that's
right.
what he's talking about there. Aye.
Because Alan, that's right. Because obviously Alan's done me to say he was going to do and went and get his comb out and combed his hair like Ken. So he's but what he didn't tell us was it was actually Ken Barlow he was looking for. It wasn't Ken out of Barbie.
Aye. Kate Bush. Tell me it's Kate Bush. Tell me it's Kate Bush.
Ken Dodd.
Aye, Ken Dodd. Aye.
He'll get shot back top left there.
Aye, brilliant, man.
You're a dead winger for Fred McCauley, so you're. Plunge is joining us also. He's on YouTube. He says, "Good evening, boys. Hail, hail. Come on the hoops.
Evening,
Come on
mate.
the hoops, Plunge." And Eminem's back with us again. We've seen this commenter for a wee while, and he says, "Evening, guys. Hope we see some of the new lads get game time tomorrow." We did cover that on Wednesday night, Eminem, and we were saying that we probably will see one or two of them at least, definitely. Barry Boy's joining us also. Barry Boy 40. Evening, guys. Good evening, Barry Boy. Hope you're well. And as I say, everyone else that's tuning in with us, I hope you're all well, guys. Tony Black with us again. Tony's a new watcher, a new commenter as well, Ryan. Hail, guys. Back to Paradise tomorrow. Tony Boy, looking forward to it, mate. Really looking forward to it. Right, lads. Obviously, as I said, we covered the game quite in depth on Wednesday night prior to tonight. But I'll obviously go over some of it again to kick us off. I'll come to yourself first, Alan, because I know he just steals the limelight all the time and doesn't really get a chance. You don't get a chance to say much, so that's why I've chosen you first, big man. So what we chatted about the other night in terms of the team players coming back, I think the one that we were all kind of still lingering with the other night was whether LIEL Abada was going to be at full fitness or no. It's now confirmed that LIEL's now going to be missing about 4 months of action. No kind of action. Don't worry, the half 10 show for Ryan will still be there for him, so there'll be plenty more action when that came for. But in terms of football and playing for Celtic, mate, is it a big loss for us, Alan?
I think it is, because he done well in parts, obviously, last season, coming off the bench a lot of the time, but you've seen the impact he's had kind of during pre-season and the first few games of the season. He's been one of the players that we've kind of looked upon for a bit of creativity. So I think having the choice of having Abada there, it's definitely going to be a miss. It's just the fact that we've brought players in that position as well. So we're hoping, we've not seen much of these players, but we're hoping that the likes of kind of Yang and Palmer can step up to the plate now. They're obviously going to be given an opportunity to kind of have a bit more game time with Abada being out. So hopefully that gives them the opportunity to kind of step up and make their impact in the team and the squad. So it is a big miss, but hopefully we'll get the squad depth to deal with that, and Will has a kind of quick recovery, and we'll probably see him sometime in the new year, but it sounds it.
Yeah, I think that's, Brendan did say that around about February, isn't it? And then obviously we'll have him for the second half of the season. Ryan, it's just really unfortunate, mate, that we've been hit with these injuries. But I'm kind of with Brendan. I watched his interview the other day, and I'm with him. I would I'm kind of not happy, but I'd prefer the injuries to happen just now than when it's the nitty-gritty part of the season. What's your thoughts on that, mate?
I think he has a big loss in terms of his goals, his assists, and just his overall play. I feel once Abada gets his game together, I don't think he'll be here. I think he's got a lot of raw ability, raw attributes, and just I think Brendan's maybe the guy that's going to coach him. Because sometimes against Rangers, his delivery was really good. Against the other close to water, his deliveries were good. But sometimes his deliveries can be questionable. Same with Maeda. Sometimes they're hitting the ball too far and it's not getting past, and then one time it's not getting past the first man. So I think in terms of just his raw ability, his raw pace, and his numbers are fighting JP for the guy his age. His numbers are superb, and I do think he's a miss. It's going to give obviously Yang maybe more game time now, maybe Tilio a chance as well. Well, no, James Forrest will maybe get a shout. I can't see it, but again, it's one less guy for him to challenge to get a game. Same with obviously Mikey Johnston came back to full fitness again. I know Mikey Johnston done okay in Portugal. Forrest has not really been seen, to be honest with you. I can't see it. Unless he plays maybe JP, maybe a cup game, or it's a game maybe after a European game. I can't really see Forrest play much at all. Mikey Johnston, is he an option? Aye, but is he an option that I think is going to be... I don't know, mate. I really don't know. I think it's... A lot of fans are quite underwhelmed, mate, with having 2023 and we're still sitting with Forrest and we're sitting with Mikey Johnston, who's been at Celtic for a while and no cut it yet. I know that's injuries, so you've got to kind of say injuries have hampered him. I hope Mikey Johnston can come in and basically prove himself, JP, because he's got a lot of proving today, because the fans, no every fan, but majority of fans are probably saying this is his last chance at Celtic. If he doesn't get any sort of game time, he'll probably be away in January or the summer. So for me, I hope for Mikey's end career that he can come in and do well. But I think if you're signing guys like Teleo, you've got Yang, you've got Maeda, I think Forrest and Johnston will find it hard to game time. But again, we're not on the training field, mate. We don't see what happens in training. Yeah. We can only go say what. Like I can say right now that I don't think Johnston will play, but then in 6 months' time, he could be playing every week. I can't determine that. But for me right now, is Mikey Johnston and Forrest two options that overwhelm me? Probably no. So you're kind of left with Maeda and Yang and Teleo. So that's probably going to be a few winners. But Rodgers does like Johnston, but it sounds like he's got a soft spot for him. So I think some fans might see him play. I think we might see him play, but I don't think it's an option that we should be absolutely buzzing about going to in 2023, mate, considering the amount of money that we've had and the amount of things, a lot of time we've had to get reinforcements in. But the only thing is, but JP, you can't legislate for injuries. You can sign 6 wingers and 3 get injured. That's not the club's fault. It's not the club's fault that Maeda might come injured, Abada might get injured. It's not the club's fault. That's just the way things go, mate. But all in all, mate, that is a miss. We've got enough, I think, with Maeda and Yang. Champions League wise, still obviously we've got to doubt Yang because we've not seen him in it yet. Maeda, we know he's got to do a job, especially defensively, in terms of defending from the front. But overall, mate, I think, to answer your question, mate, I know I've got a wee bit of go around there, but overall, mate. Overall, mate, I would say that he will be a miss in terms of his numbers, mate. Aye.
That's us done for the night.
Well, yeah, I was ready to say, well, thank you very much for everybody that tuned in.
Thank you, Norrie.
I think we've got a new commenter on Stephanie Johnson joining us on the YouTube. She says, hail, chat and JP and Alan and Ryan buzzing to be back at Paradise tomorrow. I think that's over. The genuine senses. Hail, Stephanie. Thanks for tuning in, pal. And I hope you're well. Yes, Ryan. I totally agree with you, mate. I think his goals. Me and you have spoke at length about this, Ryan, and I think you know my feelings on him as well, Alan, in terms of, I think he's a massive goal getter for the team. I think he knows where the jugular is for such a young lad to have that sort of predatory instinct that he's got. I think he's, you know, he's right up there. I would say he was right. You know, I would even call him a match winner now because I think he scores vital goals. He scored big goals in big games for us. He knows where the goal is, and he just gets a fright every time he runs through, and he looks at a goalkeeper. And I think for now on in, he sees Courtois' face, and he just decides to. He nearly hit, by the way, I've still never forgiven him right enough because he nearly hit my motor that night. That one when he runs through it, parked and boom. I done that, waiting in the noise and my motor's windy getting in.
Boom, right in Davina McCall's.
Right in the Niagara Falls. That would have been a book right in Niagara Falls to me that night, man, I'm telling you. But no, kidding aside, he is a massive goal getter, and I think he certainly will be. I think he'll be a massive mistake. I'll be honest, lads. I don't think we're at a stage now in James Forrest's career. I don't think he could come in over a period of games now and cover that absence. Mikey Johnston, by the way, Alan, that was a massive surprise for me when I saw the wee man's name in the Champions League squad.
Sorry, I might mention Palma as well. Sorry, so we're actually quite covered.
No, but that's the thing.
Because of the whole group. Right,
I get that, mate. But it was a massive surprise. It really was, because obviously he's left out Telio, and he's played a guy, Mikey Johnston, who, again, I don't want to. I hate doing this, lads. I really do, because they're earning the money at their trade, and I'm sitting in the house speaking about the lads. But to be honest, Mikey Johnston's appearances for Celtic have been less than what he's been on the field. You know, that it's he's probably got a bigger. I would say he's got a bigger Bible than Dirk Barigter's sick note. I would like to see the both of them compared, because Mikey seems to have this problem where he'll play 1 or 2 games, get injured, come back for his injury, play about half an hour, and then break down.
Is it maybe the case that it's maybe his body just can't handle the full time? Well, I don't know.
See, when Brendan was here, Ryan, Brendan fast-tracked him on a training training regime, and he was growing rapidly for his age. His body sort of took off, and for what age he was to what the sort of training he was doing, his body was growing faster than he could keep up with internally, if that makes sense. So I remember reading something about that, and it was like a doctor he'd seen in New York, and that's what he said. It's like the training he started to do from the B team, and then coming in and doing day-to-day training with the first team, his muscles started to grow before he did, if that makes sense. So he was kind of pulling muscles, and it was the same issues all the time. But that problem that he's out with just now, he had to go in for an operation to rectify this problem. So I'm just hoping. Listen, but for everybody that's watching us and listening into us just now, I think Mikey Johnston is quality, and I mean genuinely quality. His technical ability is probably right up there with probably one of the best in the team. That's how much I rate Mikey. I've heard people speak about him. I know guys that have played with him. You had a guy on. You've spoke to a guy before, Ryan.
Sam.
A while back, Sam Wardrobe. We spoke to guys like Lewis Toshney, Michael Gardine. These guys know that he's a good player, a very, very good player. So I really do think that if Mikey can get his act together, when he went out on loan last season to Vitória Guimarães, Alan, it wasn't coincidental, mate, that he was playing regularly and then so far got himself into the international scene with the Republic of Ireland. Now, that only happened because Scotland weren't interested in him. They showed an interest in him, and he played under the qualification for the quota to qualify to play for the Republic of Ireland. That's the only reason why he's done so. But when he got in their team, Alan, he got game time. And then now he's sitting out with a recovery to an operation that he had to have. It's not another injury. It's an ongoing issue that he's had.
See, when you look at Brendan's first time around at Celtic, you look at the likes of kind of Brown and Forrest that were massively kind of underperforming. Brendan seemed, we don't know what he does, but Brendan seemed to get the best out of these players and kind of move them up a notch. And it might not happen with Mikey Johnston, but here's hoping that he can get the best of him because he has got raw ability. And you can see the kind of raw ability that he's got, the kind of skills and turns that he's got, and he's got the ability to kind of rip a team apart. But
yes,
obviously his injuries have held him back massively, inconsistency. But Brendan obviously sees something that he likes, or that he would have been at the door on loan or be sold. So here's hoping that it's one of the players like Forrest and Brown before that Brendan can kind of transform his kind of Celtic career and he can become a kind of integral part of the squad because he has a lot of the time he's kind of flattered to deceive, but when we're watching him we can see that he's got that ability.
Yeah.
So hopefully Brendan can kind of nurture that ability and kind of bring him on leaps and bounds.
Ryan, it's no what Alan's saying there in terms of Brendan being able to coach him. I have no doubts that Brendan's going to be able to do that. Brendan showed belief in him before. Ryan, you don't get to play for Celtic's first team, mate, if you're just an average player. You've got to earn to come through Celtic's academy and then go into the first team. There's a lot of boxes you've got to tick, mate, before you can even get near that. People criticise like Stephen Welsh, Anthony Ralston, and again, mate, I think it's just a typical Scottish mentality of our homegrown players. These guys are all in the team, mate. Callum McGregor, James Forrest, Anthony Ralston, Stephen Welsh, Mikey Johnston. They're all round about the fringes now of the first team, and they've all come through Celtic's academy. Now, there isn't many massive teams kicking around, mate, that have got that kind of small nucleus of about 5-6 players to still be around after so many years of playing in the team. Now, Mikey Johnston, like I says, Ryan, in Angie's first season, mate, played against Hibs in the cup final. So he's there for in my opinion, he's there on merit. He's not there because people feel sorry for him, or what, we'll throw him in because there's nobody else there. We do have a big squad, mate, but he's there on merit, in my opinion, Ryan.
Celtic's not a club, mate, where you get appearances or put in the bench. Obviously, I don't know if we still do an under 21 thing, but I know they used to anyway. I don't know if that's still a thing. I'm sure it might be because there's one or two young guys running the squad on the bench and that who probably won't get game time, but they've got to be because of this. I think it's 3 21s or 2 21s your squad. I'm sure on the bench. I'm sure roughly. I think something like that. Anyway,
no, I don't think so. I think it's 4, Ryan.
Is it 4 now? Right, so
I think it might be 3 or 4. Yeah,
I'll need to do my due diligence again and actually remember what it is. But I know there's some sort of thing in that you've got to have under 21s or under 20s.
Getting serious, and he's talking about due diligence, not that. You know what I mean? He's starting to.
But
he means business.
But you don't get in. Celtic don't give appearances to young guys for. That's what. You've had one good session. You've had one whatever, and you go, pal. That's not the way it works. You've got to, especially these days, JP. You've got to be proper fit. You've got to be just about every football player at top level now. Even down south and even Baza Championship, Premier League, League 1, League 2, down south, up here, even up here in the 3rd division, they're getting GPS belts and GPS belts, etc. They've all got all this. It's proper stuff. So you can't. You've got to be an athlete these days. You've got to be acting properly on the park and off the park. And like I say to you, mate, football players, even Mikey Johnston or guys at Celtic, you're kind of a brand in a way as well. You're out all the time, and it's no Mikey Johnston the human or James Forrest the human or Jan the human being. It's the football player. So you always need to be behaving in a certain manner on and off the park. And like I say to you, even James Forrest, I've criticised him in the past and probably criticise him again. Probably it's just the way football is, mate. But I think I'm not saying more, but we're kind of privileged in a way because some of the guys I've spoke to on here, and you get to take your sometimes your mental heat off when you're talking about when you see football, he's this and he's that. But when you speak to guys who are playing the game and you do think about things, these guys have got raw ability, mate, and these guys don't just play football for Celtic because that's because I contact you on game 10 minutes. You've got to be good enough to play with Celtic. I don't think Mikey Johnston's going to be good enough for Celtic. I don't think Stephen Welsh is good enough to play every week. James Forrest anymore, but they're still good enough to. They're obviously still good enough to be somewhere in the team because the managers kept them on.
Well, Stephen Welsh has been given a new 4-year contract as well, mate. So
again, I don't agree with that.
Behind that.
I don't agree with it, but I'm not the manager. There's obviously a reason why he's getting a new deal. So just because we think he's not good enough, that's just out of thoughts as fans. But when you take your kind of fans kind of specs off and think about it kind of logically, they've got to have some ability, JP, to be in the Celtic squad. There's guys like James McCarthy and other guys in the youth system and other guys who are in reserves that are not playing, but they guys are. So they must have something. So, no, I get what you're saying, mate. Mikey Johnston, look, the guys obviously taking through Celtic Academy, mate, same as Forrest, they must have ability. You must have proper raw ability to get in Celtic's first team because you're not going to get up to the first team, mate, if you're not good enough. Because people are shouting for Rocco Vatar, and I know Ben Summers a bit on loan, but boy Vatar, right? People are shouting for him. But I don't want to say that some of the fans are fickle, but we kind of are because he scores a goal in the lower league. Oh, get him up to the first team. Hold on a minute. Just because he scored a goal against East Kilbride or Civil Service Rollers doesn't mean he's going to go down against Aberdeen. It's night and day. Just relax, settle down. Again, he's got ability, obviously, the young boy. Is it good enough to go to the first team right now? Probably no, because he'd be there the now. So, no, you're spot on, JP. You've got to have ability to be in this team. But overall, mate, do I see Mikey Johnston as a player that's going to be get Mikey in? Probably no. But unless he plays, improves himself, then fans might go, you know what, play him. So, but I think time will tell, mate, on Johnston, mate. But for me, I just can't see James Forrest playing with Celtic at all. I just, it's a shame for him, but his career's kind of going out this way, JP, because he has done a lot of good stuff for Celtic. He's been a fantastic servant. He's scored some massive goals. Like I said, with Abada, Forrest scored some massive goals. But it's not like he's even old, JP. He's still, what is it, 31, 30? Forrest, he's not that old still. And it's a shame for him, mate, that he's probably going to end his Celtic career with no playing much. But listen, he's a massive part of. He's a massive part of that winning behind the scenes. 100% behind the scenes, mate. It'll be massive and experience for the youth guys and guys who are just came to the club like Palmer and T-Leo and tell them it's all about McGregor and stuff. But I think in terms of playing wise, mate, I think we've got a few more options. I think James, you might see his game time limited. But again, I've been wrong before, mate, and I'll probably be wrong again, mate. So that's my take on that.
Alan, what's your take on it, mate? It's Forrest. Yeah.
It's been a great servant. It's a great video we've done as well. Mind the Uptown Folk one on Celtic TV.
Yes.
Aye. No,
kind of me Summer Harrow, innit?
Aye.
He's asking him more questions.
Aye. Got in Nando's, you fancy it?
Got in Nando's, you fancy it?
Aye, got in Nando's, you fancy it? He's like, we play football, do you know that?
But he's a winger. You find that with a lot of wingers and forward players that when you get to that kind of age and you lost maybe a yard of pace, that you're not going to get as much game time or you need to adapt your position. You look at kind of guys like Wayne Rooney. Like Wayne Rooney was a centre forward that played off the tap and he reverted to kind of sitting midfielder at the end of it. Ryan Giggs as well. He was similar. He was a winger. And when you lose that kind of yard of pace, then you can either kind of revert to a different position whether that be a kind of sitting midfielder that you're not having to kind of run about as much, or you're going to not get as much game time. And it's detrimental to kind of wingers when you lose that yard of pace because you can't kind of beat as many people as you used to be able to do. So it is over 100 goals, over 100 assists. The guy's a kind of modern day legend with the amount of kind of his trophy haul as well, his time at Celtic. Yeah. So he's got to be appreciated within the kind of last 11, 12 years he's been here. It's been a massive fixture on the Celtic.
He's been here. Forrest has been here his whole career.
Aye, no, the first team, relatively the last 11, 12 years he's been getting into the first team, innit?
Lennon's first spell, Lennon gave him his debut against Motherwell. He scored.
Aye, so
who was that?
That's 2010,
2000. When about then, aye, because
roughly,
aye.
Because they went down in 2012, wasn't it? So when about Dave 2-3 years, when about then, wasn't it? Because that's when he came in, wasn't it? When about then?
So you're thinking at that time, he's been a massive fixture of the team. His trophy haul's unbelievable. And for a wing position to score 100 goals for Celtic and over 100 assists, he's had an unbelievable contribution. So Celtic fans, we've got to appreciate that. But as I say, as a winger's time goes on, you lose that yard of pace and you're not as effective as you used to be. So I could see I can't see his game time being much at all this year. Trying to say I could be wrong as well, but I think we should be thinking that other players in their positions will probably get a hell of a lot more game time than James Forrest. But as well as you say, JP, I think the kind of winning mentality and his experience in the dressing room, that can only help as well because you've got a young squad and a young team there. So any advice that James Forrest, through his kind of years of winning trophies, can give the younger members of the team, that's going to be invaluable for going forward. So
I think he's got to stay. I'm all for him staying because if he doesn't stay, I don't know what Paul Slane's going to do for information. Because if he stays, that'll end his day sort of thing, you know, and then he'll not have much to say after that. I don't think, you know, because that's where he gets most of his information off of Jamesy when he does answer his text messages. If you listen to Slaney, but no, I think personally I said that Barry Bannon was on a couple of weeks ago, and I said at the time, nice one, Stephanie. We still kept a hold of him. He's a keeper.
Glove.
I was going to say, did they let you smell the glove? But you were at your dinner, so he's probably not done that. But what's that?
Did they save you some dinner?
Jesus, man.
That's your part of that.
And then dessert for the way Hamish scored a goal. Brilliant, man.
Tell you what, that's why the boys call him Dracula. He doesn't come for groceries. Anyway.
Right, and that's all we have time for tonight.
No, he's just talking about Forrest there, boys. I think, personally, James, each individual players, you're in your career. Listen, we're saying he's lost pace. He could outrun the free us, and I guarantee it right now. He would outrun the free us.
I've got 1-0, so I'm
I know.
the game.
I know, and I've only got one leg. I've only got one leg. And he's got a wheelchair.
What's your name, Nosmo? You smoke your leg off, son. Aye.
Oh man, your leg. There's your leg. I left it in that restaurant next to Stephanie, and Joe Hart stole it.
That's a woman's magazine, mate.
Aye, that's a woman's magazine. You're just pretending to read that so you don't have to talk to me. He shuts the door and he's there. Brilliant, man.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, superb.
Aye, brilliant, man.
Aye, cheers, pulls the door, bang, right on his arm. His arm sitting like that. Brilliant.
Oh, brilliant.
No, James Forrest, I've said it a couple of weeks ago. In fact, this came up a couple of weeks ago when Baz was on me, lads. And I said that when Baz was here, I says that every player has a shelf life.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what age you are, or you're at that level, your body can only do so much. And then see in terms of things like pre-season, things like the training, things like, you know, that becomes harder. It becomes really difficult to maintain that level. That's how players drop levels, because they don't have that, you know, that spark anymore to continue it. James isn't there yet, but I reckon he's only one or two seasons away from then a decision might need to be made, because James is a footballer, and you know we're all probably in the same boat here. We don't know how long his career is going to last. He could, football's look how easy it is for Abada to be injured doing a shooting drill. So we don't have any knowledge of when James is going to eventually chuck it. We don't know that yet. But what I do reckon is going to happen is he is a footballer, and I think he'll get pretty fed up when, like you said, Alan, Ryan, yourself, his lack of game time will start to show and tell. And then when he does get played, whether that be once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times a season, depending on what happens, because you don't know how many injuries we're going to get also. He's massive for the team, which is why he's still there. He's got a great length of experience. Look at his goal a couple of years ago away to Lazio. You know, that's him. That's James. That's what James Forrest is all about. That's what he can do. He pops up, bang, goal. He was massive for Scotland just a few years ago when Steve Clarke just took over. Remember when he scored hat tricks against Israel, and he was looking really good. He was flying actually. Then he got a bad injury, and then he's kind of found himself out the Scotland team after that, and not been getting picked. And from then, lads, I don't know how you feel. From then, I think Scotland have missed that sort of outball, because Ryan Fraser's fell off a cliff as well at international level.
The final last year as well was scored. When that against Kilmarnock, come on and scored that.
What's that?
Did they not score the semi-final last year? When that against Kilmarnock?
No.
He scored.
My aid and Giacomakis got 2 goals.
He did score under Ange in a semi-final, so he did.
That was a St Johnstone game the season before at Hampden. Jota done a Rabona and flicked it. Remember that was the one. Jota done a Rabona. He scored the only goal of that day. In fact, we beat him 1-0.
Goal that he came on and scored, and he was kind of out of the team. But he scored that, I know, but
that's what I'm saying. But he you know, that see that, I know Plunges said the Lazio goal was in 2019, but what I'm trying to say is James has got that wealth of experience to play at that level for his lads. He'll come on and he'll be composed enough to sink one away in the bottom corner, or he'll, that's what he brings to the team. A lot of Celtic fans probably don't even realise that, and that's what he brings. But I get what you're saying. I get that, he's definitely going to fall
by
the wayside because of the new blood that we've got.
I don't think new. Again, JP, I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again, but I personally don't think Champions League, for me, James Forrest should be anywhere near it. I don't think he's up to it. Again, it's going to be very hard. Like you say, mate, you can nailed it yourself. I'm talking about me, but I wasn't obviously at that level. But see, you're not playing for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then you need to go and play again. It's very hard at that level to no play for weeks and then go right on you go and play. And again, that's why we got a big squad. But this is one reason why. This is one reason why I put this to you first, JP, and Alan can come in. This is why I know the reserve league. The reserve league is back, but obviously Celtic don't it. We're in the lower league. This is where guys like Forrest and Tillio and your first team players like McCarthy and guys who are not playing, this is where they will get vital game time. It might not be game time in terms of it might not be the league and it might not be Champions or Europa League, whatever, but it's still, if the reserve league is a competitive game, a competitive league where you get a trophy at the end of it and you're still getting 3 points and you're still going to impress the manager, that must be so much better for James Forrest or McCarthy or anybody in the first team who's not really getting a lot of game time. Like guys like Abada came back from injury. Maybe he's back in January. Maybe he's back early, but maybe Brendan, just wait till February to come back.
Yeah.
Playing on reserves because he's still playing against full-time players. He's still playing against guys in the league that he's probably going to play against who are drafting down to get games, or guys who are maybe not getting game time. Some youth guys want experience. It would still be a competitive. You're still challenging for a trophy. You're still challenging for something, and it's not like obviously the Serie B team doing the Lone League kind of win nothing. What is the point in playing in the league where you don't get nothing in it? That for me, JP, I played football to win trophies. I know this isn't a level. I'm just trying to put a perspective across. What is the actual point in playing for something that you can't win? I know it's development. I get that, right? But what are they getting out of it? Again, I would like to talk to a youth player at Celtic or behind the scenes to know, like, going to tell me exactly what they're getting out of it. Because we as fans don't know, because we're not seeing the proof of the pudding. They're lying down, they're doing the bottom.
Ryan, can I just interrupt you for a second before it disappears, right? I've just seen that comment there from Stephanie. Now, I'm not going to put it up, I'm not going to read it out, but all I'm going to ask is, Stephanie, could you do us a favour, pal, if you have social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, can you message the page after we're finished tonight, please, on any one of those above platforms? It's because of her comment, Ryan. I've got an idea.
No, I've seen it.
I would like to obviously speak to Stephanie regarding what she's just said in the comments.
Just message
again,
the page,
guys.
Stephanie.
I'm not going to.
I can see it. That's fine.
Going to put it up for anyone at all. But Stephanie, if you can, pal, can you please message your page, please? Because that would be really good. Because I've got an idea. Sorry, Ryan.
I just feel that I'd like to get a bit of knowledge for a youth. Obviously, I'm not going to get that, mate. But I'd like if a youth player maybe seen this or somebody in the youth set up to tell us as fans what they feel they're getting out of it and why they're no moving to reserve league, or if it's playing one game a week for teams from down south or teams abroad, or obviously if that's no competitive action, but proper games. I know it's a proper game, it's a proper league like East Kilbride and Broomhill. I get that, right? But they're lying down half of the boat. They're half mid-table, down bottom mid-table of the league. So what they're getting out of it? They're not going to. You can't tell me that you're playing against East Kilbride, Spartans, or I know they're in League 2, but teams like that. How can you then no beat them, but then have to go and play against Rangers, Aberdeen, St Mirren? If you can't do well as a group in that league, how can you then step up to a sharper, fitter, hungrier, stronger, more physical team? It must be, obviously I'm only talking for what I'm seeing from an outset, JP. It must be very hard, because it's like me going for playing amateur football to then go and playing like League 2 or lower league. It's a massive step up. So I would need to get fitter, stronger. I would need to learn about the game better. I would need to, it's so much to a jump. So don't you feel, JP, but I feel after next season, it's going to benefit the first team and it's going to benefit the guys coming back from injury. And like you say, James Forrest, right? Imagine James Forrest, right, James, this Saturday, you're on the squad, going playing Thursday against Mirren reserves. There's 3 or 4 young boys I want you to kind of coach through the game, get game time for yourself. For maybe next week, you might be in contention next week and go and help them. I must be some experience, mate, for the guys to learn that, James Forrest. Or I know Mikey Johnston, no a veteran, but he's still an experienced first team player. He's played with Celtic, so don't you feel me? But I think that's something that's got to be looked at.
Definitely. No, definitely. I'm all for change, and a lot of, that's the problem, Ryan. A lot of people just do not want to. They're frightened of change. They're frightened of the unknown. They're frightened of, we've seen the plans of day, lads, for what Barrafield's going to look like very soon. Wow. I mean, what a place that's going to become on the London Road. The London Road is going to become an attractive place just to go and drive by.
Yep.
When that place is built.
What's your house prices in Park Eagle?
Aye, no. By the way, all the pub prices, all the pub pint prices, are even the Celtic club in the London Road, all the prices are going up in there and all.
A 2-bedroom flat, 200 grand. You must be kidding me. The
200 grand. Your mother's a painter. 200 grand for a semi-detached.
Semi, you see, that's a half day.
You love semis, don't you? That's just his face lit up like Blackpool Pleasure Beach here when I mentioned that there, Alan. You know what I mean? As soon as I say the word semi, man, he gets excited. By the way, I
thought you said the boner this morning.
I don't know. By the way, I'm not even going to show you. I've got a chocolate eclair sitting there and all, man.
Who's that here? Judy Finnegan?
Aye. Hello. It just went away.
I think you'd shite yourself.
It's a big Russian shop.
I don't know what is in that water bottle, man, but I want a couple of bottles of it. He's just had the night. I'm not kidding on.
Find out in about a room, mate. I'll tell you all about it.
Aye, definitely. Tune in. For no
That's that Yankee Gilly tablets in it.
Aye. Penopropylene.
Yankee Bravos. I was doing the Yankee Bravos earlier.
Yankee Bravos, aye. Get the Yankee Bravos. Get your legs up.
Aye.
Get them up. 3 sets of 10 of them. Come on. Hurry up.
Brilliant.
I can't even lift my leg up to stone the curb in them, man. Honest to God, that's how my legs, bottom half of my left leg's away, man. Totally away. It's gone. It's away. It's away with the Yankee Bravos, mate.
I'm always happy to see you, Francis. Always happy, mate.
I love letters, strange, man.
For this quiz, you, man.
What's that?
You better get the comments off for this quiz.
Oh, I will, don't worry.
You don't need it. You don't need it because the quiz is a different quiz, isn't it? You're writing down your answers and showing your answers to the camera.
No, but I'm saying for the people in the comments that are usually coming up with the right answers, aren't they?
Yes, don't worry, I will tell him to I will. Ryan Light's been told what to do. Apparently, this is a new thing and he's half 10.
Is that extra 10?
What to do.
I like
being
the dominant force in that, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
You'll find that out at 10:30 if you subscribe to my channel.
I thought that was it. Right, Celtic one, the game with the big goose, wasn't it? The dominant force.
They were
going a couple of interviews a day. Even in I think that game it happened.
Aye, we'll speak about that later.
We will.
Aye.
But we're moving on swiftly. That's what I like to do on a Friday. I like to move swiftly. And probably going to go a wee bit off topic. Alan, I'll start with you, mate. We saw recently, over the last couple of days, that the Eredivisie in Holland, for anybody wanting to know, that's the Dutch top flight football, where Ajax and PSV Eindhoven, AZ Alkmaar, etc. all play their football domestically. They have just signed a deal. A television deal, folks. Right here, I'm sitting down, I'm gripping my chair here for dear life. A television deal that's going to be worth £135 million per year for 5 years. Alan, what are we doing?
Say that again. What?
Aye. I think we can
Alan,
touch on.
what is going on? What are we doing?
I know.
You're lucky
I
if
think
we're
we
getting a score an hour.
No, it's 35 million a year spread across the 4 leagues, I think.
Mhm.
It's £35 million a year, but we give your money when we get our memory back. That's the deal we've got.
Aye. So it was badly negotiated, massively badly negotiated. But I think you need to look at, as Ryan was talking about earlier, with the kind of reserve league and the B league as well. The whole structure of Scottish football needs to have a serious look at itself. But the people in charge of that, like the B League, it isn't fit for purpose compared to what you're coming into. Then you look at the television deal. Now, we've got two massive clubs in a tiny pond, right? So, where the Dutch League have got a few teams that can win the league, but the attraction they tell a Celtic against that mob, surely that can build up enough coverage to attract a better deal than that. Now, I really think we're selling ourselves short, especially we've got kind of the two of the Glasgow sides within the Champions League last year, whether we done badly or well, still in the kind of top tier Champions League football.
Yep.
So we should be attracting far more. Might not be as much as the Dutch League because there's a few teams kind of competing for that league, but we should be definitely demanding more than what we are at present. It's a scandalous amount of money that the Scottish, is it the SPL or the SPFL, have accepted for that TV deal. Especially when you see kind of, it's ESPN that have took up the.
It was ESPN, mate, aye.
Mhm.
So you've got all these kind of different networks and platforms that are kind of putting across the zone, obviously BT, Sky. Even you get Amazon a lot of the times that are playing a lot of the Premier League games. So you've got all these kind of different avenues and networks that are wanting to snap up football leagues. So surely we could source somewhere that's going to give you a far better deal than we've got at present. But you've got to be looking to the tap, and there's Neil Doncaster that's dealing with it. So you've got to be looking, is this guy fit for purpose? That he's accepting deals like this, that's kind of, there's pennies to the dollar compared to what we should be accepting.
Yeah.
It's shocking when you think about it. As I say, we might not match the kind of the Dutch league figure of 135 million, but we should be asking for a hell of a lot more than 35 million a year. Consider the kind of attraction of the top games that we've got in our league. But it's, I don't know what you guys think, but it's scandalous that we've accepted the terms of that kind of deal, to be honest.
It's an absolute disgrace, Ryan. I really echo what Alan says there. I really do think that we undersell our football. And again, mate, I don't know if it's down to that typical Scottish mentality of, it's rubbish, it's this, it's that, or whatever. But I really do think we, in terms of the product that we've got here, we've got managers like Brendan Rodgers in the league.
Mhm.
I really do think that, and with obviously Ange Postecoglou prior to that, and Brendan before him, guys like Neil Lennon, guys that have played at a very good level, all managing in the league. I really do think, mate, that we undersell our football.
Oh, massive. I totally agree with what Alan said there. And yourself, mate. Me and you have spoken about it on this before, but obviously no this deal. But Alan's probably heard it when we've listened to the show as well. And I totally agree with what you said, Alan. JP as well. That it's crazy, mate. It's crazy, lads. The fact that they've sat around a table or they've sat and put their, you've got to question what they're actually putting to these people. It's like us, just for talk's sake. I know we've got AB Entertainment, right? Just say we didn't have a sponsor. No AB Entertainment didn't have nothing, and we've got to put out what we can give these companies and all that, right? So we've got to sit down and do all this. So what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they putting on the table? What are they saying? This is highlights. This is what's in Scottish football. This is what we can do. We're highlighting your brand and this and that. So what are they putting on the table of these companies? I'd like to know, because £35 million is nothing short of shambolic. £35 million, you get £2 million or £3 million for winning the league. for winning the league.
Mm-hmm.
How are then Celtic meant to then go and compete? Even that team across the water. How are they then meant to, if you win the league, Scotland's top league? Only now we're getting into Europe, obviously, because of the coefficient. But how can they then? We can pay a player £2 million and might not get that back for winning a trophy in the league and your top league.
Yep.
That's absolutely crazy, mate. And they need to. I think if you get a bigger deal, it means then the winner can get more money, second more money, third, fourth, fifth. It's the same as like England down south, right?
Yeah.
You're getting paid for failure. Teams like Leicester get relegated to Southampton, Sheffield United in the past, West Ham, Newcastle in the past, but they all come back up right away because they're getting parachute payments and they're paying Premier League wages in the Championship. They're able to keep these players because they're getting paid all this money. I know it's Sky TV as well, but we can't compete with that, especially for European football. I know we talk about the recruitment and this and that, but see when you're getting, maybe if I won a treble, you might get £4 million or something. That's laughable, man. You could, like he says, JP and Alan there, you've got to question, is the SVFA, the board or whoever deals with it, are they fit for purpose? What are they actually putting to these companies? Obviously, they'll be working hard behind the scenes, but what are they doing? Because I don't know if you remember, JP, I think it was Eddie Hearn's dad, Barry Hearn, the guy, I think he was snooker and darts. And
yeah, that's right.
I'm sure he was on the radio or he was doing Scottish football, doing cinemas or presentations. Some of the viewers, or maybe who's a bit older than me, might remember this. But I remember Dad talking about it, and he was on the radio saying, "You undersell your game so much." Like I said to you, Jack, we spoke about it.
Simon Jordan said it as well. Simon Jordan.
It's not on big billboards. It's not on posters. It's not on the radio every day. Oh. It's not on your social media platform. It's not on your TikTok. It's no. Like I say, Celtic and Dundee, right, we don't need to advertise it. Celtic sells it all the time, right? But just say Motherwell and St Mirren, right? Might get what 6,000, but that's not advertised. It should be advertised every day. Get your tickets if it's free with a kid, or get your tickets, whatever.
Yeah, that's obviously the next bit I was going to come to in terms of the promotion of it.
I think overall, in terms of, but I think if you get more money by your TV deals, it then lets them do that more. It lets them maybe get a kid free with the adult and stuff. So it all goes for the tap and it all goes to, it's like a domino effect. Yep. If it taps well and it all goes down to, and then it may go to the Lowland League and the West of Scotland League.
Order as well, but see when you're putting our national game with that mob against Kilmarnock, was one of the first games, and you're playing it in a carpet like Kilmarnock Livingston as well.
Alan, I agree with you. I think,
that's no giving yourself any good effect at all.
No, I agree, because in the Lowland League, you've got teams like Linlithgow Rose, right, who have got a absolutely bowling green, a cracking wee stadium, wee grun, bowling green, a grass park, and they're playing in the Lowland League and they're playing in down the bottom. But Hamilton can't keep. I know it's that income for them, mate. Can't keep a great grass park. Livingston can't. But yet, was it no JP a year ago, 2 years ago? This artificial all-weather surface was off, but grass parks were on.
Yeah.
But Celtic against Kilmarnock, right? I'm not a Celtic fan, right? Turn on Sky. Astro Park. It just doesn't look. It's no. But overall, mate, I think it's. Mate, I could talk about this all day because I think Scottish football is actually a decent product. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is.
No, it's not.
I think teams like Motherwell.
All you've got to do is look at the national team. Now, before MD says, RA boys are all playing and doing in England, and no, every one of them, aren't they?
But
and they all, by the way, they all started here. They all started here. That's the common denominator there. They all started in their leagues. To be able to now they've no all left and reached that level. Cal McGregor stayed at Celtic.
Yep.
He's been at that level. He's coached at a very good level. I think personally, lads, and I don't know what you think. Again, you look at the German football, right? They've got their sort of individual TV deals, and But see their match day experience for a fan,
That's phenomenal.
guys. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's €7 to go to a game at Borussia Dortmund Stadium. On a match day, if you show your match day ticket to public transport, you travel free. You travel free. There is no fee involved, regardless of where you're going, what your travel is. If you needed to get 2 trains and a bus, you travel free. It is absolutely frightening. Now they actually closed down German football to come up with this deal. They all sat round the table, they got together, they all done this, they all done, and they go together, and like I says, they came up with this deal. Now, like you says there, I can't understand how they can't do that here. But it's guys that you do not have interest in the right place. The interest isn't there. They're only interested in filling their own tails. They do not have a genuine football interest. Tell me right now, what does Neil Doncaster have in terms of a background in football apart from being the face of the SPFL?
I think it should be. I don't know what Alan feels. I totally get that, JP. I think it should be.
It should be football, mate.
It should be guys who are obviously good with money and all that, but it should be guys that, I don't know. I think Alan, what JP says, you're spot on, mate. I think it should be football men. Obviously, they've got to have a background in finance and advertisement and dealing with all that stuff, but it should be guys who have played football at a certain degree to actually do stuff about the game. Because see, if you don't know football, that means you're like your JP says. If Neil Doncaster's not played football, he's then he's going into something that he doesn't know about. But then he's got to try and... It's already been a businessman, but you're not getting the business it's going to suit the product.
It's all right having him there, right? But do you think that decision, and all these decisions that are made, do you think that should kind of rest upon one person? It should be a group of people, whether you had him there as a businessman or no. Then you could maybe bring in people that's actually played in the game or can relate to the game, and it should be a group decision. Now, for that one person to have that amount of power to make the kind of decisions, that's where that's no fit for purpose. But it should be a contribution of different people from completely different backgrounds. Maybe a business background, maybe a football background, maybe a management background, right? And they could all come together and try and make the best decision for Scottish football. Have that decision resting on one man that's no had any contribution towards not even Scottish football as a whole. That's where we're kind of falling down. That the whole structure needs to be kind of revisited because at the minute, I think it's proven with the TV deals, with a lot of the infrastructure that's happening, that it's no fit for purpose, the structure that's in place at present.
No, definitely no, mate. And that's where like I say, the common denominator of the problems are coming from there. They're coming from guys who are at the top who shouldn't be at the top. It's the same with that Ian Maxwell. If he's took over that role since he left Partick Thistle, I cannot for the life of me understand why Hampden hasn't been done up. Why does it still look the same? And it's looked the same for many moons now.
Absolutely. 20 years ago, it got done up. It was. I know it was a bad job it was done, but
it's an absolute embarrassment. How many times have we saw videos of that stadium over the last couple of months, Ryan? And there's been things like pipes burst, leaks happening, this happening, that happening, things all happening all over the place with it. Because it's not in my opinion, guys, it's not in the best of conditions. It really is not.
I can't stand. I hate Hampden.
For a start, the actual stands. That's it. The stands are away. Are actually away. They're far too far away from the pitch. it's not a great viewing at all. When you go there, it's just not great viewing at all. It really isn't. It's but as I said, guys, it's the problem lies further away than what we're chatting about just now.
So
We're
we
making
comment,
it sound.
we comment on JP for Dell. Thanks a lot for that, Dell. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks a lot, mate.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. Cheers, Dell. Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Thank you to the Celtic Supporters Podcast. Thanks very much.
Cheers, lads.
I hope you're well also. But yeah, the football. I'm a great believer. Listen, we could chat about this all night. I mean, that could probably take up another podcast. It's probably an idea to maybe cover a wee bit more in depth at a later time. But obviously, as time's moving on, we will move on to the quiz. So I'll ask you a wee quick question, boys. Do you have your pads and do you have your pens or pencils at the ready?
What type of pad you talking about, though?
Well, I'm talking about the notepad that I've asked you to bring with you tonight, sir. Don't you be starting to... It's too early for you to get carried away now. Nice one. Okay. So we will come to... I don't know if you want to write up a heading for yourselves. A Celtic quiz. Now, for everybody that's joining in with us tonight, we've done quizzes for a number of weeks now. And the quizzes have always kind of been the same. It's information from Wikipedia or, what we're looking for in terms of what clubs, individuals, and who is the individual that's played. Some quiz has been, the player's face has been rubbed out and you have to guess who the player is. Tonight's a wee bit different. Tonight I'm going to ask you two lads questions. Ryan, I want you to take your comments away. If you can, please. Done. Okay. So tonight, guys and girls, it's a wee bit different in terms of the normal quizzes that we've had. Okay. So tonight I'm going to ask the boys questions, probably about 10. So I'm going to do it quite quickly. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because we are moving on in terms of time-wise. Feel free, folks, if you want to join in the comments. But I will not put up anybody's comment during the quiz, okay, for an obvious observation. So, first question, guys, on tonight's quiz is, now there's a multiple choice here, okay? So let me read out the question and then I want you to answer. When you answer correctly, when the two of you tell me that you've got an answer that you think that you have the answer, I will then ask you one by one to put up your answer on the screen. Do not say your answer out loud, okay? Or I'm kicking you off. Right. So the first question, question one, is in which season did Celtic first compete in the Champions League group stage? Now, there is a multiple choice. Was it season 1999 to 2000? Was it 2001 to 2002? Or was it 2001 to 2002, and then was it 2002 to 2003? So obviously you just give me one of those answers. Do you need me to answer? Do you need me to rhyme that out again?
So is it 1999 to 2000,
so
2000 to
the
2001?
choices are 1999 to 2000, 2001 to 2002, or 2002 to 2003. When you have an answer, please tell me.
Right.
I've got it, I think. Well, I've got an answer.
Okay. So, Alan, I'll come to you first, mate. What was your answer? If you hold it up to the camera for me. 2001 to 2002. Ryan, can you hold up your answer for me? 2001 to 2002. And I can tell you, lads, that you're both correct. So well done on that. Well done to Dale also on the comments. For getting that right as well. Question 2. Which was the only trophy Celtic won in the season of 2000? Your options. This is your options.
Is this 1990 2000?
Yep. So what was your? This is your options. Was it the UEFA Champions League? Was it the Scottish Premier League? Was it the Scottish Football League Cup? Or was it the Scottish Cup, the Scottish FA Cup? Season 2000. Ryan, I think we've had another donation from FTB. No, don't put up your comments.
All right, okay. Is it come up blue?
It's been highlighted, yeah.
Right, brilliant.
And again, thank you very much for that as well, mate. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, thank you.
So I'll give you another 2 minutes on this one, guys.
Was the League Cup called the CIS Cup then still?
I can't.
You're fishing, man.
I can't answer that. I'm not. Listen, I'm not going to answer any questions, right? So I've gave you your options.
It's one or two, isn't it? I think I've got it right, but
I think I don't know if I've got it, but I've wrote one down anyway.
Okay.
It's John Barnes, Kelly Dalglish.
Alan, can you hold up your answer to the screen, please? Okay, Ryan.
League Cup CIS.
You are both correct again, lads. Well done.
Was it called the CIS? Or was that the year before? The year later?
It was. Yeah, it was called the CIS Cup. Yeah. Okay. The next question I'm going to answer you, which is question 3. Lubo Moravcik was signed for Celtic from which German club? Was it 1860 Munich? Was it St. Pauli? Was it Hertha Berlin? Or was it MSV Duisburg?
I've got it, I think.
Okay, Ryan, just hold on in there because Alan's in screensaver mode there with his face.
I thought it was stuck now.
Made Up United.
I know, right. Let's kick myself.
Okay, Ryan, you were first up there, mate, so can you hold your answer up to the...
Duisburg.
Okay.
Oh, whatever. I still to die, but...
And you are both correct as well. And the spelling doesn't matter, I know what you mean, but the actual spelling of Duisburg is Duisburg.
I got it right then.
So far.
I know.
Just my writing's terrible.
There's a wee bonus point on there if you can tell me the manager that brought Lubo to Celtic.
Dr. Joe.
Dr. Joe, was it no?
Well done, yeah. It was indeed. He's ready for the next one? Question 5.
4.
Who? What?
Question 4.
Aye, I'm just making sure you're paying attention, mate.
I missed one here.
Just making sure you're paying attention. No, I'm just making sure you're paying attention. Question 4. Who scored the only goal of the game when Celtic defeated Rosenborg at Celtic Park in a group stage match of the Champions League in October 2001?
2001.
And there's not a multiple choice of answers on here. I need the correct
Rosenborg.
answer. So the question again, folks, is who scored the only goal of the game when Celtic beat Rosenborg at Celtic Park in a group stage match in 2001? And
It can't be him, because that's too obvious.
I know. I'm hoping that at all. Yeah, I'm going a bit outside the box here.
It can't be him, because he wouldn't ask, that's too obvious.
I know that's how I'm going different.
there is a couple of guesses, and I can say that one person has got the question right. Another second, couple of seconds on it, boys, and then we'll be moving on.
I'm just going to guess this. I don't...
I'm guessing it's right, but...
Okay, Alan, can you hold up your name, please, to the screen? Okay, Ryan.
Lambert.
Okay, you are both wrong.
Was it
It
Sutton?
was Alan Thompson.
Oh, Tom.
Oh, I know. Oh, the right way.
Sorry, Tom, if you're watching. It couldn't have been Larson. That'd have been too obvious, man.
Aye, that's how it went. I was going to say Bobby Petter, I know.
Okay, he's ready for question 5.
Go for it.
Aye.
Celtic's biggest ever victory against Rangers came in the final of the Scottish League Cup in 1957. And what was the score?
The boy.
I think I've got it, but...
What? You're at it, aren't you?
Celtic's biggest ever victory against Rangers came in the final of the Scottish League Cup in 1957. What was the score?
Well, I don't know if I've got it, but I've got an answer, but...
You're at it, you know. No?
No, I've got
The majority of the commenters have also got it as well.
I know. Sing a song. Think about it.
That's what I mean. That's what I think it is.
Listen, lads, I'm not behalf. I'll start muting yous. I will.
I'm not buying
I'm not
headphones.
singing anything.
I think I've got it, but...
Don't start singing, you'll be getting muted. He's ready?
I think so, aye.
Right, Ryan, can you hold your answer up to the camera, please?
7-1.
Okay, Alan. Well done. Both of these are correct.
I had a bit of doubt there in my head, and he's
I
like...
know, I was like, what?
Do you know that, Ryan? I think so, aye.
Question number 6. Who was Martin O'Neill's first signing for Celtic?
Jesus Christ.
Holy moly.
No, it wasn't Mickey Mo.
Oh, it's going to be.
No, it wasn't him.
Oh, man. No. Was it him? I'm going to guess anyway.
Someone in the comments has already got it correct.
I'm going to guess this. No, it can't be. It can't be, because was it him?
I hope you're not getting an answer, because I'll be really worried with the fact that you stay yourself.
How?
Because you're sitting there saying, was it him? Was it?
No,
Seriously,
I'm talking
was it?
to myself.
You're turning away, and I'm like, I really hope somebody doesn't answer you, because
I'm still not sure.
that's what I was going to say. I'm of the belief that you're there yourself.
Is it him? Was he there before Larson? No, he wasn't. I don't know.
I've also got a question for Anne Jem, Ryan, for you. Anne Jem is asking, did Canopy play for Celtic?
Don't is this Rovers? Made up United?
Under FC.
I think it, no, is it him?
Right, guys, I'm going to move these on for time, so if you've got an answer, Alan, I'll
I think
start
it's
with
one
you.
of three.
Hold it up to the...
I've wrote down two. But...
You're all allowed one, mate, so scrub out. whatever one you wrote first, scrub out the other one.
Like Mialby.
No, he was there before.
No, it was Dr. Joe Venglos that signed me Alberine.
Right, so just...
Both, so Alan, hold up your... Let me see
It's
yours
between
again.
1 and 3. I think it's one of the side of Sutton, LIEL and Hartston, I think.
Well, it was Chris Sutton.
I knew it was one of the three.
Should know that.
Yep. Okay, guys. Question 7. What 3 teams were in Celtic's group in the 2003-2004 season in the Champions League?
Oh. Aye.
2003 and 4.
Oh, aye. That's good. I remember who scored.
So which 3 teams were in Celtic's group in the 2003-2004 season?
Who's the other 2?
The last question is going to be a belter. I can tell you that
2000. Right now. Oh, you're kidding me on mine, man.
Right, I'm ready. What right? I think so. I might be a year out.
I'm going to, because it's 3 teams, Ryan, I'm going to allow you another minute, mate, and then I'm going to push you on because time is moving on for everyone.
No, that was Seville.
Seville was a knockout phase of the UEFA Cup at the time. Yeah, but it wasn't even the Europa League then. So I'm looking for 3 teams that were in Celtic's group.
I don't think it's right, but I'll give it a go.
Okay, Alan, first up, mate. Okay, Ryan.
I think he's right. I've done Juve, Barca and Bayern.
No, Alan is correct.
That's
It
why.
was Bayern Munich, Lyon and Anderlecht.
And can I tell you who scored in 2 of them, aye? And no, he's no here anymore.
Magnus Hedman.
No, Liam Miller.
Oh, Liam
he did,
Taylor,
that's right, aye. Yep.
Magnus Hedman, Jesus.
He's no here anymore. Is Magnus Hedman deep?
No, I think he's still...
I thought you meant not here as in no in the country.
Oh, right.
What
a play he was in Miller, man.
Yeah.
Sad, man. Brilliant player, no. Right. Question 8.
This is where his madness starts, isn't it? He's got to come out with crackers now, isn't he?
Which English manager sold Oliver Tebele to Celtic and then in 2002 bought him back from Celtic?
I think I've got the team. No, he went to them, didn't he? Oh, I don't know this one, man. I'm close.
Someone in the comments has already got it.
Probably don't remember because he was that bad a player.
He was terribly bad, wasn't he?
Oh, he was murder, man.
I'm sure he was only he Jessica Fletcher before as well because it was murder he caused.
I'm out.
This is a start. This is a stab in the dark.
I've not got a clue. I'm not going to.
Because I'm hyping about the teams.
I'll write down a team, but I think you bet.
It's the manager.
Right.
Yeah, it's the manager. So, which English manager sold Oliver Tebele to Celtic and then in 2002 bought him back from Celtic.
I don't know. I've not got a clue. I've got a screwy.
You
On
don't
you
even
go,
get an
Alan.
answer
No,
from me right now.
I've got an answer, but it's just a stab in the dark. It's an edge.
Okay, Alan. John Gregory. It
I
wasn't.
had that in my head.
No,
It
wasn't. It wasn't John
Who
Gregory.
was it?
It was Steve Bruce.
Oh,
Oh, right.
Villa and Birmingham.
That's what. He went to
Sheffield
Birmingham,
United.
didn't he?
No,
You know, go to
Sheffield
Birmingham.
United.
Went Birmingham. He was in Birmingham
Yeah,
at some stage.
he went to
McLeish.
Birmingham, yeah.
Was that
But
McLeish?
Bruce had Tabley at Sheffield United,
Right.
and then Tabley came to Celtic, and then he left Celtic and went to Birmingham.
Right, mate, on you go.
Who finished the top goal scorer for Celtic during the 2003-2004 group stage of the Champions League?
Can't be him, that's too obvious. Can't be. You really ask that question.
Cannaby doesn't play for Celtic, mate.
No, it can't be Henrik. Can't be, because when you ask that question, that's just too obvious.
I don't know.
No, it can't be, because it's too obvious.
Okay.
If it is him, then I'm made silly here. But I'm going to say two of these players.
It's not like you. The next question, the last question after this is an absolute belter, and I think I might have to go and make a cup of tea for this one.
I think it's out of these two. I might be wrong, but it's out of these two players. So what one's it? What am I going to go with?
Oh.
No, he plays for the Celtic team now, so it wouldn't have been then.
No, I'm thinking. I know who scored. I remember sitting in the corner.
Leon Barca. Underlect. I'm going to go with this guy. I say who it is, I know, no. Just
you
get
can't
it right.
say who it is because you need to show your
Tomo.
to the camera. Okay. Alan, do you have an answer?
I've got an answer, but I thought it's either him or Chris Sutton. It's either him or Chris Sutton.
It wasn't
Sutton
Chris
scored.
Sutton.
I know because he scored. I remember him scoring against Leon.
You do not get the point for it, guys. You do not get the point.
I remember him scoring against Leon. It was 3-1 against Leon.
2 against Juve, didn't he? 2 against Juve, I know, didn't he?
That's what I won. It was Bayern Munich.
Oh,
I remember he scored against Leon.
Jack Crystal's boat.
Jack Duckworth. And Vera.
Oh, right, on you go, mate. Last one.
Okay, lads, he's going to love me here. Can you name the 11?
What is the Luke?
Hold on a wee minute. From the year 2000 to now. So from the year 2000 to now, can you name the 11 players who have played for Celtic and the last letter of their name ends in an O?
The last letter of their second name?
The last letter of their name ends in an O.
How many of them?
Do not say Lubo, because that's not his name.
Right, how many?
11.
11.
It ends in an O, right.
It ends in an O, yes. And don't say O, because you spell that O-H.
So it ends in an O.
And I want you to write them all down. I want you to write them all down as you're doing it as well, guys, okay? I'll give you a couple of minutes for this, and then I'm going to move you on. So there we go. The commenters are starting to get the gist of how we are.
Ending an O?
I know. 11? Can't even come up with one.
Can you say nicknames?
You've got to be kidding. No, you're not allowed to say nicknames because that's no their names. It's no Bobo or Lubo.
Oh, right,
you're not allowed to say that, no, because that's no their names. Nope. That's not their names, so you're not allowed to say that. It's got to be their part of their name. One of them's actually slightly before 2000, but I'll allow it.
I was going to say one there, but he played well before that. Then.
You don't say them. I don't want you to say them out loud, please.
I was going to write one down, but he's obviously no. He was.
But if he's struggling to get one,
I've got one.
This could take a while, right? So I want you to start writing them, lads. The commenters, some of the comments are starting to get the kind of just.
Batteries went. Battery,
of it.
It's not my battery. Right. Did he? Oh, right, I've got one. So it's got ending, I know.
I'm not saying it again, mate. I've said it about 3. I've explained it. Come on. The last letter of their name ends in an O.
Right.
I don't know how much more clearer I can be.
Did he end in an O?
Frying my heat, man.
I've got 3.
What?
I've got 3.
Have you? Got one.
There's one before 2000, and I'm actually now not going to allow that. So,
the one that I was going to say,
I've checked it, so I'm not going to allow it. It's got to be from 2000 to now.
So I was going to say Casino, but he's well before that, wasn't he?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I've got 3. Oh, 4. Don't know if he's right name spelling right enough, but
that's the one I was talking about. Is before 2000. There's one roundabout just before 2000. I will allow that. I will give you a clue for that. So it's just before the 2000. I will allow that. But the Tony Cascarino, mate, it's way before that, mate. So I'm not going to allow that.
Is that E? Right.
People are guessing them, but they're only throwing in like one name. So they're not. They're just throwing in one name. It just looks mental.
Oh, people's on that.
How many have we got, guys?
2.
5.
What?
You've got 5, Ryan. You've got 2. I'm going to give you another minute on this, okay? Because time is moving on. I don't want to start keeping everybody too late.
No, that's an eye, isn't it? No, is that?
Don't say them out loud. Don't say the names out loud. Just write them down.
Is that? I know. Was that a U? Man must be one.
Right, guys, another 30 seconds. Alan, you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna be there tonight.
He's right, but I don't know.
I think that's all I've got.
Okay, so Alan, can you hold up and show us what you have just now, please? Kyogo and Mizuno, that is 2 of them. Yep, well done. Ryan, what have you got?
Di Canio, Kyogo, Broto, Juninho, Snow, and Mizuno.
Let's see them.
Di Canio's well before.
Yeah, he was just before 2000, so I was going to allow that one, but Cascarino's not happening. That's not happening, I'm afraid.
DiCario's 97, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's just before the 2000. I mean, I would allow that one, but I'm not allowing Cascarino. No way.
I've got another one.
Chance.
Oh,
That doesn't matter. It's too late now, mate. It's too late.
But-
The list I've got in front of me.
We've spoken to
The list I've got in front of me is Kyogo, Evander Snow, DiCanio, Bio,
Bio,
Brotto,
Brotto,
Mizumo, Nguemo,
that's a belter.
Olivier Capo,
Aye, Capo.
Stephen Mayakolo,
Jesus Christ.
Juninho,
aye.
and Adam Virgo.
Virgo. That's a belter question, by the way.
Cracker, innit, lads? Say the best to last, as they say.
I've only got 10% left.
It's okay. We're just about to finish up. Before we do, folks, I want to thank everybody that took their part in the wee quiz we done there. I want to thank the lads. What I want you to do, lads, is give yourself a wee count and tally while we're on just now. Before we finish, for every question you got right, count it as 2 points and let us know what you finished up with.
Is the Canio counted?
I'll allow the Canio, yes. That's the one I was going to allow.
It's number 7. Do you get one for each team?
What do you mean?
The Champions League group.
Yes, you get a point per team in that. You get 3 points for that.
So I get Bayern. Yes. Bayern, was it Barcelona? Is that one?
No, it was Bayern Anderlecht and Lyon.
Right, so I got one then. Right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
no, you're
7.
Getting no. You're getting 2 points per question.
2.
So you'll get 2, 4, 6 for that answer, Alan.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22.
22, well done.
18,
okay. We are going to start running a wee league table when we do this. I don't know what night I'm going to do it on. I'll decide near the time. But there will be a level of consistency with that to make it interesting for us. And there will be a forfeit at the end of the season to the loser. And it'll be a choice of myself as the host. And therefore, I've not come up with... I will come up with the forfeit is going to be. And hopefully by that point, that will be recorded and put up as a bit of content for the page as well to show everybody a bit of fun in what we're going to do. So I'll let you away tonight in terms of, because that was just a wee practice round, but it's to give you an idea of what's going to be going forward for the podcast. Okay. Well done to Nicola Stewart. It won the football card as well. I sorted Nicola earlier on with her winnings. She won the £60 on her football card. So well done to Nicola. Anyone that's tuned in with us tonight and maybe done it for the first time, you probably don't know, but this podcast is sponsored by AB Entertainment. And the AB stands for a Mr. Alec Beveridge. And it's a DJ business, folks, okay? DJ and entertainment business that caters for every type of function that you can think of. So if anyone at all is looking for any parties that you've got coming up for family members, yourself, loved ones, anything at all in the not too distant future, please get in contact with this telephone number. And the number is, in case anyone can't see it, the number is 07845 746 092. Alex is on Facebook and Instagram. The best way to get a hold of him, folks, is on his WhatsApp. You just send him a message and he will get back to you as soon as he can. His diary is filling up now, folks, okay? So what I would suggest is that you contact him ASAP if you're looking for any entertainment for any sort of functions you have coming up. The boys are looking a bit shattered, so I'm probably not going to keep these too much now. We do have some merchandise on sale, folks, okay? If anyone wants to get their hands on these, we've got some mugs. Here they are. They are printed in vinyl, folks, okay? So one side you've got a crest, on the other side you've got the Celtic Unrestricted View podcast logo. These mugs are priced at £5. And we've also got some keyrings as well with the YouTube banner there. And on the other side of the keyrings, you've got the Unrestricted View podcast logo as well. These are priced at £1.50, guys, okay? So if anybody wants to get their hands on any of these, again, folks, all you need to do is just message us either in the comment section on our Facebook page, our Twitter page, our Instagram page, our TikTok page. You can message us in all those above as well. You can also message us in the community section of the YouTube channel as well, folks. All you need to do is click on the wee icon and go on what the last message was, and you can comment underneath and get in contact with us. Myself and Ryan have got full control of them, and we will get back to you as soon as we see your message. Again, guys, I want to thank everybody that's took the time to come on tonight to watch us. Anybody that has tuned in for the first time and you do like the content, please subscribe to the channel because it helps us to bring content to you guys. It also helps to, for us to get guests on, and guys like Barry Bannon's on regular now with us, but it helps us to bring guests of that ilk to the channel as well. Guys, I want to thank you again. I know you're looking a bit tired because that quiz went a bit kind of long-winded. That was just a kind of idea of what we can do moving forward. I will try and revamp that to make it a bit quicker. Thank you, Anjem, and I hope you have a great weekend. Same with everybody else, guys. I really do hope you all have a good weekend. Look forward to going to the game tomorrow, as I always do. Ryan, is there anything you want to is there anything you want to bring up, or
no?
Apart from the fact that you couldn't get that quiz going now.
No, like I say, anybody who's listened to us, mate, and subscribed to the channel and watching all the platforms, it's amazing. Thanks for your support, and also if you can, please subscribe, please share. This is a free podcast. It's free content. All the guests, everything we do for the fans is free, and all we ask is to share a wee subscribe button and just a bit of support. Again, we're on all social media platforms. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, obviously we're live on YouTube as well. So thanks for support, and the next kind of few weeks as well, we've got a lot of kind of content coming for you as well. So stay tuned. Yeah,
and just to announce tonight as well, guys, Monday night coming. It'll be the aftermath of tomorrow, but it's a nice and I would say a wee interesting and juicy podcast we've got coming up for you on Monday night. Myself and Ryan are going to be joined with the two belters that are Michael Gardine and Lewis Toshney. So a nice wee hostess with a mostess coming up for Monday night there. Alan, you can, I don't know, you can have a wee night off, mate, or enjoy yourself, go for a lie down, because that quiz looked as if it took it out, you know.
Sorry, I'm in football on Monday anyway.
So as I say,
it for the road.
Right, okay. So as I say, that one I'm looking forward to myself, Ryan. That should be an interesting podcast with the boys. We've had the two of them on individually, but the two of them are going to be joining us together. I don't know if one's going to be sitting on the other one's knee or what way they're going to work it, but it sure will be interesting, mate.
No, I'm looking forward to it, mate. It'll be a good laugh, especially for a Monday, mate. A Monday's not the best day, mate. So I think having a two on a Monday is going to be eventful, shall I say, mate. So looking forward to it. Obviously, we've had Midge on, and we've had Tosh on as well, and their careers and stuff. So it'll be good to get the two of them together and obviously to talk about more about the career JP and also hopefully get some insights. But like you say, mate, I'm looking forward to the laughing jokes and looking forward to it.
Yeah, so am I, mate. I'm looking forward to hearing somebody else's jokes because yours are murdering them, man. I don't know what's going on, but
you didn't say that, man.
Don't you get me started on yours, by the way. I've heard a couple of your jokes, big man. Come on now, behave yourself. But yeah, guys, as I said, I hope everybody has a lovely weekend. Francis, I will be in contact with yourself, mate. Francis Lester, I will be in contact with yourself, mate, because myself and Ryan will be coming out to do you a wee visit, mate, Wednesday, hopefully, during the day. So we will be in contact, mate, and we'll get your mugs to you as well that you're looking for. So, again, guys, all in all, have a great weekend. A massive hail, guys, and I'll see you on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Well, all right, lads. Guten Tag.